I'm not even lying. This is my third time trying to film this. I am not sure what I've been doing wrong, but clearly I thought I was tech savvy and I am not. And you know what? My microphone isn't plugged in. So we are just going, this is just the day. This is just the day that I'm having. Excuse me, everyone, while we get this so that me. I hope this works. Goodness, is anybody out there? I can see the microphone down there working. Sorry, I'm sure that's loud. Oh my goodness. Okay. I can't believe this is probably posted multiple times on my timeline. I have been trying to come here today to talk about tasting new foods. Last week, I talked about the importance of encouraging your kids to eat a wide variety of foods because there's so much evidence that people who have a wide variety of foods in their diet are more likely to have better health outcomes in the long run. So it's something that we really want to encourage our kids to do. But in order to get them to eat a wide variety of foods, we first have to get them to taste those new foods. And whether they are new foods or they are foods that they've had before and decided they don't like, this is a skill that we have to encourage them to practice. And the good news is it is a skill and it can be learned. And it can be practiced. And I have 4 strategies that you can start using today to help your kids taste new foods. You might even find they work for you. The first strategy, the number one thing you can do to help your kids practice tasting new foods is not to pressure them to taste new foods. And I know this might seem counterintuitive. You might feel like, I need to put it down and I need to say, all right, you need to taste this. I know lots of families have a 1 bite, no thank you rule. I've never had that in my house. Doesn't mean it's bad. I just found that it didn't work for my kids. As soon as I pushed on them, you have to taste it, they didn't want to do that again. And they tended to push back. And I didn't want that for them. So instead of forcing them to try something new, I regularly offer new foods or foods that they've seen before that we're still practicing. I do not force them to eat it. It is a decision that they get to make. And I model the behavior of tasting that food. So don't pressure your kids to try something new, especially trying something when trying or tasting means actually eating it. When kids are beginning to eat solid foods, the evidence suggests that they need to be exposed to a food about 15 times before this becomes something that they know, that they're familiar with, and that they will willingly eat. So what does that mean? Sorry, my nose itches. Kids need to be exposed to a food on average 15 times before it becomes something that they know and will willingly eat. So we, as caregivers, as grown-ups, as parents, have to continue to offer those foods to them over and over and over again. And another bit of good news here, exposure doesn't have to mean tasting. Exposure can mean touching, smelling, picking up in the grocery store, deciding to buy, coming home and helping mom or dad prep it or cook it. All of these are exposures to food and they will count towards this number of 15 times. So don't pressure your kids to trying something new, but give them lots of opportunities to try it. Okay, number 2, give them context for what they are about to experience. What do I mean by that? It's very simple. Talk to them. Say to them, all right, we're going to try this new thing. And you know what? It tastes just like what you had for dinner last night with grandma. Or it has the same texture as your favorite crackers. Or it has a really sweet flavor like apples, which you like. Imagine if you went to a friend's house and said, and you walked in and she said, oh my gosh, I have just tried the most amazing thing. You have to eat it. You're going to love it. And she just handed it to you and said, eat it. You'd be like, whoa, wait a minute. What is it? What does it taste like? What's inside? What is it called? What is it made of? When we do this to our kids, when we say, here is this new thing, eat it, without giving them any kind of context, it produces that same response in them. So talk to them. Talk to them about what they can experience so they have some information, some context about what they are about to put in their mouths. It also helps give them language so that when they do try it, they can tell you what it is they don't like about it, or maybe even whether the next time you try something new, they can say, oh, yeah, this reminds me of the texture of. It empowers them in their own tasting experience. Okay, number 3, use flavorings and dips and sauces to make especially things like vegetables taste better. There is no need to get your kids to eat boring, blanched broccoli. I don't like steamed broccoli. I really don't. I don't like raw broccoli. But if you roast it with olive oil and salt and pepper until it's crispy, I could eat an entire head. So use flavors to your advantage. We don't need to get our kids to eat food just to eat food. We want them to enjoy the experience. Use cheese dips and ranch dip and dips, flavors, sauces. Get it all in there during the process, especially during the process of tasting. Okay, number 4, have your kids practice tasting foods with a food that they know and that they already love. This last week, we did a taste test with 5 different kinds of chocolate chips. Did I need to do that to encourage my kids to like chocolate chips? No. But it was fun. It built trust. It means the next time I say, hey, let's have a taste test, they might be more willing to engage in that process because they enjoyed the last one. You could do a taste test with different types of apples, or different colored green beans, or different types of Oreos or chocolate chip cookies. Have fun with the process, and your kids will come along for the ride. All right, 4 strategies you can use to help your kids taste new foods. The more willing they are to taste a new food, the more likely it is that they will be willing to eat that food eventually, which means building the variety of foods that they eat. And both of those things are associated with better health in the long run. I'm sure you all have other great ideas for how to encourage your kids to taste new foods. I want to hear about them. Leave a comment below, and I will see you here next week, same time.